Alright, now look, I had to get back on here one more time, man, because real talk. Now, over this last year, come think of it now, when I got thinking, I was like, well, for the LGBTQ and etc. and whatever the alphabet communities, whatever letter you're involved with, look, I just want to tell y'all, I mean, this is heartfelt. I'm kind of disappointed last year or so, because, when I was young, I knew a lot of kind of pretty fellas. I mean, and girls and boys and things like that, and others in between. And it was back in the day when, you had them pride festivals and people went out there and they waved their little flags and everything, and you'd see little queer guys in their little business suits and things, and you'd see them dyke chicks in their Timberlands, and they're looking all buff and flexing for their girls and everything. And it was just like a regular time, like, hey, we're here, we're queer, and people were like, that's fucked up, and they're like, we don't give a shit, and they continued to do it until it grew, and grew it did, and to where even like straight people, everyday people, would go and show their support for their siblings and their kinfolk and whatnot, like myself. I mean, I remember meeting Raven one time down here in downtown Atlanta, Piedmont Park, and I went up there, I was backstage, and I met that little Fruit Loop, and Raven came out, and he's like, oh, hey, it's me with a goatee, you know what I'm saying, because I looked like a dude, and he looked like Raven, man. The motherfucker had wings, he was all gold and shit, he had these little boys, and they were all bald-headed, and fucking masked, and gold, and it was some weird shit, and I'm glad I'd only been doing a little drinking, or things could have got fucking unusual, man. I might have freaked out a little bit, but it wasn't even that weird at that point. It was a few years later, There's one of them there pride festivals, fucking South Carolina, somewhere, I don't know, man. We stopped there and said, hey, we're supporting you faggots. And then people, I'm sorry, did I say that? I didn't mean that. I was trying not to say queer. So, we're supporting you. And your alternative lifestyle is generally how I would refer to anybody who had any kind of non-conservative life choice. You lead an alternative lifestyle, and who gives a fuck? As long as you ain't harming somebody else or directly violating the rights of another American citizen, it's cool. You should be allowed. So I went, and I believe in that kind of shit, so I went and supported my freaky friends and all the Fruit Loops and others, and things and people that I would meet there and know. And the point is, there was this chick on stage, and it's like the first time I'd really become exposed. I mean, I'd heard things in National Geographic and stuff like that, and then it's the first time that I'd actually become exposed to somebody with them labia piercings where they're like hook shit up to it, and they got like the pulley fucking system. I mean, there's like this whole elaborate thing set up where this woman's got this thing and it goes to a pulley, and the people would come up and they put in the oranges and it stretches, and I'm just thinking, that's a bit rude. And not because that kind of shit is just like beyond me. I mean, it's not for me, but hey, fuck it. Get you rent the fucking barn and call it an adult rave private party or something like that. But you got that shit out there and you got these little kids running around and you're trying to say, no, it's cool, I'm just proud to be gay. And it's not looking that way, man. It's looking a little fucking suspect, you know what I'm saying? And then when you combine that kind of shit and the acceleration I've seen over the past couple of years in your fucking queer shot at Santa Claus, man, what the fuck was that? And I mean, damn. Alright, I don't mind Santa being in an interracial relationship. Why couldn't we have started with that? Why couldn't we have fucking, put a little cocoa butter on fucking Mrs. Claus, man? I mean, that's sexy, you know what I'm saying? I like a little, anyway, I'm not a real picky individual, because when it comes to love or feelings of the heart, I mean, what the fuck? But why's he gotta be queer, man? He's got to be fucking queer and interracial. Holy shit, we got the trifecta. Let me guess, he used to be a woman too. Anyhow, my point is, y'all really kind of hurt my feelings, man. Because this last year, I'm looking at this fucking video, man, and you guys are going to libraries and schools and shit where there's little kids and things like that and whatnot, and you're reading stories, and it's all productive. And when I first heard about it, somebody's like, hey, they're going to be drag queens, they're reading stories to little kids, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ha ha ha, and I laugh because I'm thinking, who better? I mean, for real, man. Fairies, or fucking Fruit Loops, or damn people that dress up like women and fucking fluffy costumes and princesses and shit like that, and just put on all the bells and whistles and glitter and things. And I'm thinking, yeah, cool, let those people go and read stories to little kids, because when little kids see those people reading stories, then they're like, there's a possibility for me. It's okay to be a freak. But they just see that thing, and they just see those people, and I went totally dark, but it's alright, man, because I'm just gonna fucking finish talking to y'all, and maybe I'll put some funky cartoons or something over this shit. But when you're reading stories to little kids, that's one thing. when you're reading a story to a little kid called Worm Loves Worm, or John's New Dress, or something, that's a little fucking suggestive. You know what I'm saying? That's a little more than, hey, we're going to spend some time with the kiddies so they can get to know us and know that we're just regular people too. No, you guys are jumping up and down and singing songs with the kids and going, who wants to be a drag queen when they grow up? And you know what, y'all? That's really not cool. I mean, that's even less cool than that bitch Lindsay with that fucking queer kid shit. And I mean, somebody, for God's sake, get Teddy out of there. We got the free Teddy. I don't care what we do. So really, if y'all, I would appreciate it if you would look for a book called Just Only John. And it's a good book. It teaches kids. It's even got a witch, but it teaches kids about accepting themselves for being themselves. And that's the kind of thing that you really need to promote to have a healthy, happy childhood. You know what I'm saying? And for God's sake, please to the LGBT, y'all alternative people, please help me save Teddy from Lindsay, because it's really starting to freak me out and she's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? All right, good night, y'all.